Hello and welcome back everyone to Bloodstained Ritual, the Night the Bloodless run on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries, and in this episode, the best boss in the game! Hello, Orthros. I love this fucking fight. I've said every time, both times, the first time that we fought this, because we've only actually fought this guy during the Aurora run so far. But yeah, I love this fucking fight. I especially love this fight on normal mode, but on hard mode, he gets that jumping back that he does. He also shoots a fireball with that, and he's slightly faster as well. But to be perfectly honest, what makes me love this fight so goddamn much is that everything is reasonably telegraphed on normal, and you get enough time to actually respond to everything. Like, you see, I was screwing up there. I was running the wrong way, but then I had enough time because of how long he was in the air to actually correct myself. I fucking love this fight. Like, the only attack that I think is honestly all that difficult to correctly respond to is honestly the hyper laser. And even the hyper laser has got a relatively long windup where you're supposed to actually get behind him. Now you'll notice, however, that Orthros is actually not taking all that much fucking damage from my melee attacks. Yeah, this attack specifically can be a bitch and a half to avoid if you don't realize what you need to do for it. But it's like the only thing in his entire kit that I'm worried about. Unfortunately, I am out of mana, so I should actually do some blood stealing, but I'm not going to. Ouch! Damn it! I almost perfected him, and then I got hit twice at the tail end of the fight.
I thought you were a forgiving boss.
He is a very forgiving boss. He's very forgiving. I just fucked up.
Yeah? Well, that's...
Ouch!
To err is to beget forgiveness. Oh, my gosh.
No, I fucking love that fight so much. If the game had more fights like Orthros, the game would actually be slightly better, to be perfectly honest.
I'll have my revenge on hard mode.
No, it won't, because despite him getting an additional attack and additional damage on hard mode, he's still actually one of the easiest fights in the game. He's also still one of the most rewarding, but yeah. Orthros' attack speed up isn't nearly as egregious as Alfred's and Jeebel's are, so I have lots of bullshit not to complain about when we get to hard mode.
This place is starting to remind me of Angel Island Zone Act 2 from Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
But those of you that are well versed with the game but haven't played the Bloodless mode are like, well, why does Bloodless need to go kill Orthros? I mean, there's actually nothing here aside from the additional blood pillar shard, right? And while this is technically true, the actual reason why we're here is because, come on, where is it?
Volcano Morte.
Is it in this room?
It's
coming up, I promise. I think it's right here, right? No, well, yeah, this too. We're also here for this blood of brutality, but the real reason why we're in here is because we're still missing exactly one specific upgrade in order to get up to Zangestsu.
It's more Lacrimosa in here than the Iris-Dire.
Actually, no, that's right. No, we're no longer missing that upgrade. Right? She no longer has the Blood of Spike Demon. Yeah, we don't need to go get that anymore. Damn, I forgot. But yeah, with the Blood of Brutality that we picked up from the Inferno Cave, now let us go into the Oriental Sorcery Garden.
Okay. Nothing reminds me that I'm playing a video game more than hearing the same death soundbite because I'm killing the same enemy type in quick succession.
Well, Miriam ends up experiencing a lot more than every other character, to be perfectly honest. Like Zangestsu goes through a Hall of Termination, killing virtually fucking nothing, mostly because there isn't really a good reason for him to kill stuff. It's the
Right,
big reason
because
why it's the big reason why I'm hesitant to actually do a Zangestsu run at all, because to be perfectly honest, Zangestsu is mostly is more or less just a boss rush. Here's that other Blood of Brutality that we need the Alfred in order to get to. But with this particular Blood of Brutality, I do believe we are ready to go into... There's an MP max up in this bell. But there isn't one up in this bell, sadly. I do believe we're ready to go into Oriental Sorcery Garden. Hey, Largy.
Well, I do agree that, especially for the purposes of a commentary playthrough. So, you know, like take a game of football in the National Football League. Like, you can watch the game play by play. You can watch the drives. You can see all 4 downs. But at the end of all those drives, there are only a number of results that can happen that basically summarize the entire drive. Like, you can watch 5 minutes. You can watch 5 minutes of plays, ends in a touchdown. But maybe all you have to see is, oh, they got a touchdown on this drive. That's really the only thing of consequence. Doesn't matter how many penalties. Doesn't matter who got injured. It's just, did they score or not? And, well, with Zangestsu, what you could see would be a net result of us traversing through these dungeons would be, how many times did he get hit that it affected his health bar? It doesn't even fucking matter if he dies, because he can't gain experience and he can't lose experience.
He can gain experience. He does have a leveling system akin to Miriam, Bloodless, and Aurora.
Oh.
The problem is he doesn't gain shit for when he gets level ups. He does technically get slightly more strength and slightly more strength, mind, HP, and MP. But there's such minuscule amounts of for bonuses that it never actually affects his overall kit.
Okay, so maybe that was that was probably my misunderstanding, because I was led on to believe that he is exactly as powerful as he is from start to finish. So that was
feels exactly as powerful as he is from start to finish. He isn't, mind you. He does get slightly more powerful throughout the adventure, but it's very slight. It is not noticeable during his final secret encounter.
Oh, it would be noticeable if you skipped enemy encounters and then you ended up in high-level areas.
Like, seriously, if I was going to go through a nightmare run, I'd do it with Zangestsu. Like, Zangestsu is the only character I would ever consider doing a nightmare run with, because he starts off incredibly more, significantly more powerful than every other character in the game, and he doesn't actually get all that much more power throughout his run.
All right, well, just to be clear, this is a matter of feelings. Like, he doesn't feel like he's more powerful, even though he is, according to the numbers, more powerful. He is
getting slightly more powerful throughout his run. Very slightly more powerful. The level ups that he gets do increase both his mind and his attack power, as well as his maximum HP and maximum MP. But collecting the max MP and HP ups are significantly more important than getting levels with Zangestsu, because the level ups that he does get aren't actually relevant for him, like, at all. He starts off with literally his entire kit already on him, so he doesn't actually have any amount of horizontal gameplay present, like, at all. I'm not entirely sure why I'm running back this way. Whereas Bloodless's run, she is almost constantly getting a bunch of horizontal power upgrades, specifically new spells. Oh, right. There's another Blood of Brutality that we gotta pick up. That since we have high jump, we can now get, because Bloodless never gets a goddamn double jump, / she never gets the ability to kickstand off of enemies. So the final Blood of Brutality that we'll be getting, not for the playthrough, but before we go into Oriental Sorcery Garden, is up this way. During my practice run, I actually had to map out where all the goddamn Blood of Brutalities were, almost on my own, because the maps that I had access to were very difficult for me to actually read. So, with this Blood of Brutality, we should be moving into Oriental Sorcery Garden now. Hey, Cryo Wraith. It's Cryo Wraith, okay? Just pronounce it as Cryo Wraith and move on with your day.
I'm a Karian looking at that name. I can't even tell what the hell it says.
If you want to be technical, it's supposed to be, I believe it's a Sioratha, But no, it's Cryo Wraith.
CYHYRAETH. So, ha ha ha. Ding 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 ding. Congratulations, you won the spelling bee.
Yeah, Solomon's Book of Demons is extremely difficult to actually read. Like, a majority of the really difficult to pronounce demons that we see are actually from Solomon's book. Specifically, Marbus, Karabos, Sidhe, Valafor, Velek, and Baal are all explicitly from Solomon's Book of Demons.
It would be appropriate for a demon to have a hard to pronounce name. As we all know who had watched Harry Potter, that fear of a name only increases fear of a thing itself, and nothing builds up one's trepidation about speaking a name than one's inability to say it out loud without making a damn fool of himself in front of his peers.
Also, Gap is from the Book of Demons, but the only reason I know that is because it got translated into a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Mwaha. I think Harengetti is from the Book of Demons, but I am unsure. I know Guizin.
Hagenti.
Stop it.
Sure. Anyway, I know that Guizin is also from the Book of Demons. But I'm not entirely sure where in the Book of Demons it is.
Okay, all right.
Solomon's Book of Demons supposedly only has 72 demons in it, but the game actually has 120 enemies in it. So
we meet again.
the Cryo Wraith. Her name is Cryo Wraith. Just accept it and move on.
Cryo Wraith sounds like a wraith that has arisen from Mr. Freeze's experiments gone awry, and now it is wreaking havoc on his laboratory. His very heavily DC comic influenced science fiction laboratory.
Well, the reason why I refer to it as Cryo Wraith is not only does it actually have a blood-curdling cry, aha, 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 but the other big pun, of course, is that it's an undead witch. You know, a wraith that is cold. So, Cryo Wraith.
But
Oh, at last. Sustenance.
I guess just in English, when you use the cr sound, it's a C or a K followed by an R, depending on which Mortal Kombat game you're playing.
Or in this case, here's the thing. I'm relatively certain that Cryo Wraith is supposed to be Gaelic/Celtic for something. I just objectively do not know what, and I'm not gonna bother to go look it up because the Gaelic/Celtic pronunciations of literally everything are. This is a collection of consonants. Good luck.
Right.
Alright, both those Guizins are down, and now we get the best spell in the game, Blood Rain.
Oh, yeah, Blood Rain. A
Blood
failed
Rain?
video game.
Yes.
Rain of blood.
So yes, now that we have Blood Rain, there are no more bosses left that we have to worry about. Absolutely
nobody
none.
really has to worry about bosses. It's really the bosses that should be worrying about you.
Yes. Death Trap, don't need it. You'll notice that at this point in the game, Bloodless and Zangestsu end up having their maps absolutely flooded with these tension gates. And the reason why is because they don't have access to the big thing that Miriam would have at this point, Reflector Ray, in order to fit through these smaller spaces.
Reflector Ray.
Whoosh! Yay! We got another level up.
Gotcha.
Which gave us an additional strength points against these ninjas. Waha! Alright, go through here. Check out this room, which has nothing in it. God damn it. Alright, we're almost through the Oriental Sorcery Lab, believe it or not. We have one more major hallway to get through, another kamikaze to deal with, and a bunch more ninjas.
See, why can't they all just be simple like ninja? Like, it's pronounced the way it's spelled.
Because if everything is pronounced the way it's spelled, then we don't have French words. And unfortunately, we are required to have French words in our English dictionary.
Stop it.
Hey,
Oh, yes.
can you explain to me why rendezvous doesn't have? Can you explain to me why rendezvous doesn't actually have an N in it?
No, it does.
It does have an N in it. Where is it?
R-E-N.
There you go. Now, why is there an S in this fucking word?
V-O-U-S. Rendezvous.
Why is there an S in this fucking word, Cloud?
Because it's French.
Yeah. Here we have yet another Blood of Tenacity, which is important, which will be important when we get to the second to last boss fight in the game. But honestly, it's not all that relevant for most of the rest of the run.
Oh no, I died upside down.
Dying upside down is what ninjas do best. Avoid the ninjas, avoid the ninjas. All right,
next part.
In the next episode, we're going to be dealing with Zangestsu 2. Be safe, everybody.
As
Save
always, save your progress.